The simple PPM orchestration tool, or Spot for short, is our popular PPM add-on for any form of PPM integration, irrespective of the module, external data source, or direction of data flow. Previous videos available on our website demonstrate integrations with financial extracts, ServiceNow, Jira, and Smartsheets. Today, we're going to demonstrate an integration with yet another popular IT management tool, Rally. Those of you who are familiar with the tool and have seen Spot before will recognize many enhancements and changes, reflective of the continuous improvement we've been making in this tool. But first, let's quickly remind you what Spot is all about and give an overview of the use cases we'll demonstrate. So simply put, we like to describe Spot as a one-stop shop for bidirectional and robust PPM integrations. The integrations get configured using Excel, yet may be auto-triggered externally. It leverages proven components from products developed by PPMetrics throughout the years and deployed worldwide. It's designed with four principles in mind, and they include simplicity, completeness, flexibility, and safety. So let's go ahead and talk about some Rally use cases. So these are just some of the main ones. Others are supported, regardless if the source is Rally and the target is PPM, or PPM is a source and Rally is a target system. The Spot tool facilitates loads of user stories, time boxes, defects, test plans, and test cases. When it comes to a one-way integration from Rally to PPM, some common use cases we see including having information from Rally, update PPM requests, and update PPM work plans. The use case we're going to demonstrate today is the loading of user stories from Rally into PPM. Once in PPM, these user stories are linked to projects and appear on various reports. However, before we go into the actual demo, let's go ahead and check out our source system, Rally, in this case, and then our target system, PPM. So here we have our browser, and this is loaded with Rally, and we have 12 user stories, numerically starting from number 3. Then we have PPM. Just ran a save search for the user stories that exist in the system. In PPM, we have a user story request type, which is being fed by Rally. So these two user stories we have here with the Rally ID US3 and US4 already exist in PPM as they were loaded prior. So now let's go ahead and switch to the Spot tool. So Spot uses a single Excel tab to configure integrations, and if need be, manually edit the data before it travels into the target system. However, once the integration has been configured, and assuming data can flow without manual interventions, then those data loads can be fully automated on the server side. It can be triggered by PPM reports or an operating system job such as cron. Let me go ahead and start by clicking on the magnifying glass icon. To initiate a load, I always start with selecting one of the pre-configured templates. So just click on the drop-down, and we'll see a combination of Spot out of the box and custom load templates. And each template is essentially a container of various settings pertaining to the integration. So we have some PPM to Rally load templates, and then we have some Rally into PPM load templates. And I'll select the Rally to PPM user story load. I'll proceed. We're in the very first step of our data mapping. So the very first step is to select our data source and target. And based on a load template, we can see that we're importing into PPM. The source, the non-PPM source is Rally, and the target system is PPM. And the target is the request type called user story. Moving ahead. We're now on step 2 called field mappings. See here on the left-hand side, we have fields from the source and target systems being mapped to each other. Spot always dynamically interrogates the two systems and shows the current list of fields. So the template stores the default field mappings, which can then be changed by the user. So if I scroll down, the default mappings look okay, but I could change them if necessary. Now let's talk about the advanced options to the right. We have options like default, filter, transformation, and aggregate. So the default column here, as it's self-described, provides default values for new rows with no data in the source. So if we were loading user stories, and the user stories do not happen to have a project, Acme Internet would be the default project value. Then we have the filter column. This allows you to narrow down the source records based on desired criteria. Then we have transformation. This allows you to modify the source data to meet the specifications of the target system. And here we have the aggregate column, and this gets used in situations where the source data has to be grouped before it gets loaded to the target system. Moving forward. So Spot has went ahead and loaded 12 records from Rally for Spot processing. So let's take a look at how to process these records. In the third step, which is the Load Settings tab. So for the load operation, we have merge and create selected, which means that whenever Spot is able to find existing matching records in the targets, it's going to go ahead and sync them. Otherwise, it will create them as new records. So if I just wanted to just sync existing records, there's a merge only option. I'll click continue. So Spot went ahead and loaded the data into Excel. And here we have the 12 records from Rally. And you can see that the first 2 rows already have request IDs because these were stored from the previous load from Rally in the past. The remaining 10 will be created as new, and they'll get new request IDs. So the data here is essentially in my staging area, which can be conveniently used to edit, if need be, any information before it gets sent to the target system, in this case, PPM. So let me go ahead and change the schedule state for one of my user stories, for user story number 10. Change it to in progress. Maybe I'll change the iteration for this user story. I'll select a different sprint. So now in order to update the target system, I simply need to hit the save button. And whenever I hit save, and before the target system is actually updated, Spot's going to go ahead and pre-validate the data and notify me if there's any issues. So I clicked on save. So everything went well. There are no issues and 12 requests were processed successfully. Close the window. So Spot went ahead and refreshed, and we can see now that the 12 Rally stories have been synced with PPM. The existing ones, the first 2, the one that had existing IDs, were synced up with the most latest information, and the 10 missing ones below got created and now have PPM request IDs. And these request IDs are actually hyperlinks into PPM, so if I click on them, it jumps right into the new user story it created. And if I go into PPM and refresh, I can now see the 12 user stories in total. Going back into Spot, let's talk about logs. Spot logs in detail every load and every record that gets updated and provides a convenient UI for accessing these logs. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the completed loads and take a look at this log. If I want to get more information, I can simply click on a specific load and click on Generate API Calls Log. And what that did, it actually generated 2 files. So these are 2 files in Excel can read with the details of each record updated and the text file with the actual APIs called. So let me exit. In this demo, I have only processed 12 records, but Spot as a tool was designed to efficiently handle integration with thousands of records and more. Let's go ahead and conclude the demo. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you appreciate the simplicity and convenience which Spot introduces to this complicated topic of PPM integrations. Whether you're an existing customer or not, working for a small or large organization, please feel free to contact us at info@ppmetrics.com or visit our website to schedule a full demo and learn more about our offerings. Thank you.